Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network here live on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to Rumboyz After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to pour up a shot or two. Make yourself a mixed drink. Fire up that bleezy. It's Friday night. A lot is happening in the NFL. We got some fantasy football to talk, ladies and gentlemen. We got some fantasy football to talk. But first things first. First things first. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the Stacks app. That's right. Download the Stacks app. You see that logo? You see that logo? You see that logo? That one. Download the Stacks app today. Make content very seamlessly with all of your favorite content creators. Ask your favorite fantasy analysts fantasy football questions, gambling analysts, your favorite gambling questions. Make content with some of your favorite athletes and much, much more whenever you download the Stacks app. That's stacksapp.io, available on iOS and Android. Go ahead and go stack it up. Also, you see the logo over there? Monkey Knife Fight, ladies and gentlemen, for all your daily fantasy player prop needs. This show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps. My crew and myself, we are going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. So get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code Rumboyz or download the Monkey Knife Fight app available on iOS and Android. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up the cast and crew. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping up to the plate. First up, give it up for Drop the Mic. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. What's up, Robbie? Let's just get this party started. Let's go. Friday night, baby.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, you guys know him as the patron saint of fantasy football. It is St. Pat FF.
What's up, guys? So Bob has 36 candy bars, and he eats 29. What does he have now?
3?
Diabetes.
Oh, shit.
Diabetes.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, it is the daddy of daddies. You can call him Zaddy. It is Pangs Picks.
What up, guys? Pangs Picks here today. Finally, I know I missed a few shows and I was back, and then I'm not, and then I'm back, and then I'm not, but I'm back.
And you're on the naughty list. And you're on the naughty list.
Is it Pangs Picks because you just can't stop picking best ball leagues to join? Do you have an addiction? Do you have an addiction, Pang?
Dude, yes. It's not a league though. It's just the best balls that I'm in.
It's just the best balls. It's just best ball. Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, oh Canada, oh Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Raji Harris.
What's going on, yo? Yeah, bro, it's been like damn near 2 years, and he still has not gotten the right tune to "Oh Canada." I can't.
No. My name's not Whitney Houston. It's Robbie J, bro. Rumboyz Robbie, the heart throbby. Let's get into it. First, before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, this show also, I know I ran our sponsors at the very beginning. I wanted to make sure I had all of the fellas up here on the screen for this. Very exciting new opportunity here in the world of fantasy football. All 22 is live right now. For those who don't know what All 22 is, it is a premium fantasy football platform powered by Pro Football Focus, ladies and gentlemen. We all know PFF. All right. The All 22 platform includes all positions on the field, including offensive linemen, punters, and kickers. Think of All 22 as Madden franchise mode, if you will, meeting fantasy football. For a limited time, listeners can use promo code Rumboyz. That's right, promo code Rumboyz in all caps for 40% off their All 22 fantasy football subscription. That's right, we're giving you 40% off with promo code Rumboyz. All right, yeah, like that's like that 40%. That's almost half off on a really, really amazing product. We've received some pushback on pricing, but we just want to emphasize the value of this game, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for reality to meet fantasy football with All 22 and Pro Football Focus alongside the Rumboyz. Go get 40% off. Promo code Rumboyz is the promo code upon checkout. Y'all ready to do this? Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do? Dilly motherfucking dilly, y'all.
Dilly.
Alrighty. So, first things first, on tonight's show, I don't know if y'all saw this craziness that came out of fucking Tyreek's mouth. It's borderline of a pause moment, if you will. Word around Dolphins camp is that Tua has one of the prettiest balls Tyreek has ever caught in his life. They must be paying him to say this, all right? But joking aside, is Tyreek capping or has Tua really improved? We start with you, Mike.
Cap.
I
don't have much to say besides it's not that I don't think he doesn't think that Tua throws a good ball. I just think he's saying what he has to say for camp because look at what happened, last was it 2 weeks ago when the whole thing was Tua can't throw it deep and this and that in camp because there was that one video of that. I think this is basically the opposite of that in the fact that Tyreek Hill is just trying to make it seem that he's got his quarterbacks back no matter what. He came from Kansas City with an all-pro quarterback. People think Tua has what it takes to be not that good, but I'm just saying there are some people that believe that he is a franchise QB, but don't forget that 9 months ago, there was rumors that this exact team was trying to trade him for Deshaun Watson or other people. I think this is Tyreek Hill coming into a new team, trying to appease the media and his team.
I feel like I saw somebody, I believe it was Treat, Mr. Leafs defense. What in the Ty Boogie Cubs merch is that? For those who don't know, I coach Little League, coach the Memorial Park Cubs here in Colorado Springs. And as a coach, sometimes, you have to tell the kids, hey man, I know that you drop that pop fly, but like it's okay, everything's good. You got to give them that encouragement. And I think that this is kind of what like Tyreek was doing. It's like,
yeah.
Like, you ain't got to lie to kick it, but I think he's lying to kick it. Pat, what's your take? Go Cubs. Memorial Park, baby.
I think you have to remember that these are all professionals. And as much as people like to clown on Tua, I went back and read some scouting reports and draft profiles for Tua going into his last season at Alabama before he had the hip injury. He threw a good ball. He placed the ball well. He had a lot of strengths to his game. His weakness was downfield passing in terms of velocity and just overall strength to get the ball there. So, can Tua be throwing a pretty ball? Absolutely, he can. He's probably one of the top 50 in the world at throwing a good ball, and that's no cap at all. So top two that Tyreek's been catching from: Patrick Mahomes, Tua, and then Chad Henne.
Alex Smith.
Tua throws a better ball, I think, than Alex Smith does.
Oh no, I'm saying just the other quarterback that I can think of.
Yeah, Alex Smith.
So, in terms of reality, there's probably a little bit of I need to boost up my quarterback's confidence when the media has been dragging him for nearly 12 months straight with all the Deshaun Watson rumors, with all the whatever you want to say has gone on. Pang knows it all. He's lived it as a Dolphins fan. But I think Tua's the Dolphins guy. I think that he gets through this year and he's given next year for sure. And I think he's the team saying, we're surrounding you with the talent because we believe that you can do it.
Okay. Pang, this is your Miami Dolphins, so your thoughts.
It's pretty simple. I think Pat hit it on the head. Like I couldn't say it better than how he just said it. One thing I always point out is the scheme that he had was just terrible, right? 2 offensive coordinators, a coach that was kind of flipping on you back and forth. The worst offensive line, if not the bottom 2 in the last fucking 10 years. They're always at the bottom. It's the Dolphins, and the weapons aren't good. You can't. No one can sit there and tell me that they got stoked to see our wide receiver core last year. Like, I'm gonna go in there with Devontae Parker. Albert Wilson was a year removed or 2 years removed. Preston Williams, and then obviously Waddle. But it's like, are you really stoked about that? Because Waddle was. People forget that, but people were kind of skeptical that he got drafted. Right? People gave Jamar Chase for being drafted early. Do you imagine that's exactly what do you think was the same situation when Waddle got taken over Penei Sewell? Right?
But is it credence like so like Tyreek saying this? Does it like this time of year shit like this gets said and people go crazy over it and like move people up draft boards? Me personally, I'm willing to draft Tua because I think he is gonna have an improvement because it is Tyreek Hill.
I'll put it this way: in best ball, I have him 50% owned right now. My exposure is 50% over 32 teams. Right? Cardinal Wolves usually don't go between 20 and 30. No, I'm at 50. Him and a few others, I just think are completely underblown. Like, and I wrote a piece about just how different Tyreek Hill makes other players. Right? Makes QBs better. He's just that good. He's not a speedster. He's not just this guy that goes fast. And
he's the world's fastest man, so he says on
but he's more than
Snapchat.
that, right? He runs great routes. He can high point a ball. Has good ball tracking. Like, dude's an all around great receiver. He just happened to be fast on top of it. So I think he's not blowing smoke that he thinks that Tua throws a great ball, right? I mean, it's not like he's sitting there with 30 fucking two quarterbacks throwing at him. But at the same time, he's not going to sit there and say like, well, that was shit, because it's probably, if it was, I think he'd call it out. This is Tyreek Hill. You know, at the end of the day, the guy has always kind of spoken his mind. He was a guy that came into the league as a 5th rounder because he was kind of an asshole. You know, he's doing shit out there. So
Twitter trolls be like, Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah. And it's the most weakest thing. I've seen that for the last 2-3 years. And yes, Deshaun Watson could have been traded for him, but because Deshaun Watson's probably better, and that's okay. It's okay to have guys better than you, right? If fucking someone comes to my team and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to give you a top 7 guy for your bottom 16," are you not going to take him? You're not going to take the top 7 guy?
No, I mean, yes, yeah, I'm gonna take that guy. What I'll say about Tua and this statement,
Tom Brady could have taken anyone's job in the last 2 years, almost everybody's.
What I'll say about Tua and how this statement makes me feel, I think that going back to all 22, I think that Tua kind of fits the all 22 format because you can kind of wait for a guy like Tua. I don't feel like in a format like all 22, everyone's going to be rushing for him, or in a 2 QB format for more super flex in fantasy. I don't see people rushing for Tua, like that.
I'll put it this way, Robbie. When was the last Dolphin you actually wanted to draft?
Ever. Because
the fucking team was just that bad. No one's sitting about it.
I'll say that this: if you believe at all in Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Gesicki, you've got to have some faith that Tua is a top 18 quarterback.
Yeah, Gesicki's a good one. I think that's a guy overlooked, but people did draft him.
Definitely getting overlooked.
Yeah. And Patrick said it.
How do you feel, Raj?
Exactly right.
Shit, I mean, honestly, I think it's got to be a bit of smoke from Tyreek, and like everyone's been saying, he's got to support his guy. That's his new quarterback, and it's going to be his quarterback for the foreseeable future. Right? Tua's young. They've already kind of committed to him at this point. Tyreek just signed up a new contract with the Dolphins. So, I mean, I'd like to say that he's improved, but I mean, I don't want to put any weight into it until I see something from him, because as of yet, we haven't seen much. And like, obviously the biggest example is like they had to fucking fire their video guy because he put Tua throwing a wobbly ball into one of their edits that got posted onto Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, until there's legitimate proof that, he's throwing good balls, he's legitimately improved as a player, as a quarterback, and all around, I'm not putting any weight into it, no matter what Tyreek has to say.
Okay. As a Packers fan, wobbling ball does not matter. Ask Brett Favre.
I mean,
I don't put as much stock into that as.
Look,
I understand why people would.
I mean, no, but my thing is, if that's what ended up in a highlight reel that went on Twitter, it's not necessarily something that's a great thing.
Yes.
I think he had good anticipation though. If you watch some of his throws,
he
makes all the small window throws, like something that
does.
You would compare to Jalen Hurts that doesn't do that.
Yeah,
that was something Tua did well in college, and that was why people considered tanking for him before his injury. Like they saw the progression, they saw the reads, they saw him hitting throws in windows, and the strength and the velocity was something that could come later. Getting into the NFL weight room versus the college weight room.
Let's go ahead. Let's get into the next topic here. So according to sources out of the Seattle Seahawks camp, apparently Geno Smith is currently beating out Drew Lock in the quarterback competition. fans in the Pacific Northwest already have enough to worry about. But is Seattle maybe better off starting Geno at this point? I mean, I know that we're heading into June right now. It's May. End of May, heading into June. But inquiring minds kind of want to know. Go ahead, Raj.
All right. Well, true. I think they would be better off starting Geno. Geno was not bad in his whatever 3 games that he started last year. Threw for 700 yards, had a 5-1 touchdown INT ratio. So I mean, all in all, not your worst option when that's your pool to pick out a quarterback. You know what I mean? As opposed to Drew Lock, he played 6 games last year, threw for like 50 more yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, as well as and then add on to the fact that Geno Smith has been in that system for, I don't know, is it 2 years now? I think he went there in 2020, so he's had 2 full years in Seattle. So I mean, I think Geno's far and away the best option there.
Good. Fucking wrong, Raj. Drew Lock only played 3 games last season, you dick.
No. Wait, no, he played in 6 games.
He played some games before that, but he only played 3 full games, you dick. And he actually only threw 0 INTs in those 3 actual full games after they changed the coaching. Actually, a guy commented on my thing, and he made a good point. The touchdowns weren't there because the weapons are kind of bad, and Drew Lock
no touchdowns for that team.
I mean,
that team didn't score touchdowns.
Yeah, he scored it through the ground and whatnot. His accuracy was pretty decent. 68% completion, 72-50, low yardage, higher yardages or close to Geno Smith, and this is playing in the Teddy Bridgewater scheme. So, I mean, he obviously took a step forward, right? Like he didn't throw an INT, right? And to be fair, I think he will, because he obviously won't be playing this backwards scheme where he has to throw at 4 yards distance or at this line of scrimmage.
I mean, but at that point, doesn't that kind of that goes against your point? That's why he had a decent few yards and he had good completion percentage because.
But I was saying he's playing in a mismatch
of like 5 yards.
He's playing a mismatch offense, and I think if they go with Geno, they will probably stick to run heaviness, right? But if they go with Drew Lock, they'll probably switch more into some play action types, a little bit more deep shot. Because they actually talked about this. Actually, they were saying they brought Drew Lock in because they'd like the throws that he can make that Geno can't. Because Drew Lock's got the arm. He's a young guy. He played on a team that didn't like him, man. Like they should have didn't like him. They brought in a guy that was worse, and I said it last year. I guarantee people that Teddy Bridgewater wasn't do anything. And we were right. Called that shit from a mile away. So the weapons are better. Pete Carroll loves revolving around his quarterbacks, and he wants to throw it. He wants to sling it. He likes those guys. And that defense, Bobby Wagner, you think they can play tight football with that defense?
I mean,
they break to bottom 15 with Bobby Wagner. Now you lose Bobby Wagner. Where are they at? 18, 25? Who knows? It's not a team I'm stoked about. And they added pieces, so their chemistry is going to be off. Is that better with Geno Smith? I think you're basically getting another Teddy Bridgewater, and I think they saw that and went, well, if we have Geno Smith and we do the Teddy B thing with a worse roster, like what happens to us? We can at least put butts in seats with Drew Lock if he's slinging it to DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I feel like they'll take the chance on Drew Lock potential-wise and whatnot, but for them to be better off currently, I think it is Geno Smith, though. You know what I mean? Like in this current moment,
that's fair.
Who's going to be?
If you think that there win more games, like I'm not going to sit there and argue that point because it might be. Maybe it's a safer route, but 8 and 9 is not cool. At least put up points, make yourself fantasy relevant, sell jerseys off Metcalf and Lockett. I mean, if Drew Lock can make some explosive plays, people will be happy because they already know their team sucks right now. So it's not the greatest, but I'll take it. And here's the thing: Drew Lock on 2020. Yeah, 2020, he threw about 40-something passes a game. He threw way less this time around. So 46% of the time, he threw over 40 pass attempts. So I think they brought it in knowing in that it's 2 different guys. What scheme do we want to go with? I think that's it from my side. But I don't think it's better with Geno. I think it's just goofy with Geno. He's 31. I mean, come on. How much better could it get?
Yeah, I'll get into that. I'll say, like, Drew Lock he's that potential. He's that
I go move my car. Go ahead.
Drew Lock's that guy that has that potential. He's that wild card for that team. That Raj, you mentioned that the yardage, the total that Geno had last year in the couple games, 80 yards of that was off of one play where DK Metcalf high pointed a ball and the defense went for the ball and didn't try and play defense on DK Metcalf, and he then jogged 60 yards into the end zone.
Oh, good times.
Like that was a great play, and that was then DK Metcalf's only catch of the game.
Yeah.
Like if you want this guy to be your quarterback, you need to have him be able to get your stars the ball more than once a game.
Yeah.
And not have to rely on the defense just imploding. I think Drew Lock, I remember watching Drew Lock throw to Cortland Sutton and be like, this guy actually has some arm talent and can get something there. There's brightness there. I don't see that from Geno Smith. And am I an NFL GM? No. Do I think that Drew Lock gives him the better chance to win longer term and put butts in seats? And if he's bad, they get a better draft pick. But he can be way more entertaining than stand in the pocket Geno Smith. Let Geno Smith hold the clipboard.
The only reason Raj wants Geno so TJ Watt can strip fumble him again.
Yes, very much so. Also, fucking Pickens is not going to be better than AB, dude. AB was he was arguably the best quarterback or best receiver of the 2010s. Let's not do that, bro.
I don't think that. Yeah,
no, I love Pickens and he has amazing potential, and I really want him to be great, but he's not going to be better than AB.
He's got to outshine the guy that you talked about in your first comment, first Steelers Nation.
And also, Deontay, bro, that's bullshit, man. People said the same thing about TJ last year, and TJ. Yeah, like he dispelled those rumors right away, and Deontay already has. He's been tweeting that he didn't say shit.
Those 2019 guys will get will get paid closer to season.
Oh, they're definitely.
I
dropped a lot of Deontay Johnson, by the way, Raj.
How do you feel? How do you feel though? Along the Seahawks top though, Mike.
So honestly, I don't think it matters who starts between Geno and Drew. That team's gonna suck no matter what. But the better quarterback to put in this situation, Drew Lock. He still has the upside, just like Pang said, just like we've known. They never put him in the right position to succeed from the beginning. From the day he got into camp, they never even put him in the right position to succeed. Every player deserves a second chance. Geno's had his fair share.
Oof. Why did you call that one? Oh man!
If Drew Lock can handle it, then it's his. If not, then give it to Geno and go for there, and then Drew Lock can ride in the sunset on the Bronco that he was.
So, if we go back, so anyone that's been following like Rumboyz since like 2019, if you go back and when I was doing Drew Lock's scouting profile, one of the things that I stated that was really great about him coming out of Mizzou was that he had played through a lot of adversity there, where some of the other quarterbacks in that class had better coaches, better programs, so on and so forth. Drew Lock was making do with what he had, and he was really he's what carried Mizzou to what I believe the 7 wins that they had that year. And he did that by carrying the team all on his back between him and Albert O. With that being said and stated, I see where the Seahawks organization are coming from with the approach of going with Geno Smith at the current moment as we speak right now, May 27th, over Drew Lock. Because he is your NFL veteran, that's more that gives me reason to believe that's kind of the reason why they're leaning there and where they're thinking, it's probably best that we start you now because you have more experience. And I could see Geno, if I were being on the sidelines in Seattle's practices right now, in Seattle camp right now, I could maybe see Geno having a little bit of edge, especially in the meeting room and in the film room, because he's been around longer, he's able to diagnose things quicker.
Question for you, Robbie. You play wide receiver, right?
Correct.
Best at it all time, all day.
I'm nice. I'm nice.
All right.
I'm too
if
sexy
you
for
had
my
a
shirt.
guy that you're fast. I know you're fast, and I know you're
yes.
If a guy made you run nothing but 5-yard routes, you down? You want to play with him?
If all I'm running is little 5-yard ins and outs, like digs and shit.
You're
I
now
have to do what
6'3" DK 6'4" DK Metcalf, and this motherfucker is making you catch at the hitch, flats,
Yeah,
drags.
and that's what Gino won't give them. I mean, Gino's not going to attack the air. You know,
You stoked though? You're gonna do it? I mean,
if
he was already mad last year.
If we're moving the ball down the field effectively, I care about winning games. I'm DK is a diva. DK, we've seen DK play with an attitude,
though, man.
Like,
I don't. You got 15 million. Christian Kirk out here making 20 million, and this guy's that hurt your numbers. And Geno Smith.
I think Lockett benefits. I think that DK plays with an attitude the whole fucking season, straight up. Like I think DK, we can see DK throwing temper tantrums. Like I think the DK is going to be frustrated no matter who's throwing.
I think they're all going
to go full OBJ.
I think I could see that. I could see
OBJ. I forgot about
I could see some explosive behavior. I could see some
references, guys. These are pretty good today.
I could see some very, very volatile, bad locker room behavior. I
feel like it would get worse with Geno faster. They're going to be like, "Hey, man, I'm a 6'4" fucking track runner."
We're going to be calling. There's a possibility that by week 4 or 5 on this show, or on our Sunday morning show when we're breaking things down, we could very well be painting a narrative of DK being locker room cancer. And this is coming from a guy that DK has a Rumboyz shirt. Like, this is coming from a guy that like loves DK. Like one of the coolest fucking interviews I've done. So I don't want anything that I'm saying to be taken out of context. I don't. It's just that we saw it kind of starting to peak. It's rear its ugly head last year.
If it gets that bad where that stuff does happen and this team starts to tank and ends up being one of the last place in the division, which it could happen, I could see Pete Carroll being gone.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dude.
I'm saying during season, not even after.
Yeah.
During season, I don't think
that happens.
I'm just saying if it goes that fast, it could. I think he's gone after the season. I'm saying that there's a slight possibility that it could happen during.
If Robbie's suggestion about DK is true, we could see him easily traded before season, even depending on how training camps and OTAs go, because he's already unhappy. He's already been linked with the Packers potentially needing and filling that number 1 spot in terms of the Seattle Seahawks just trading him away because they don't want to pay him.
An AJB kind of situation before it gets bad in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a very interesting situation to watch, and I want everyone to keep in mind. I want everyone, that you guys watching at home, to kind of keep this part of the show. Remember this part of the show because there's going to be something that we're going to talk about later that may affect the way that we rank players on that offense that we talked about. So in the spirit of our brand new partner and sponsor, again, ladies and gentlemen, 40% off. Okay, 40% off. So a PFF subscription, because of how high quality and all the data that you're getting from all 22, and all 22 subscription. What, 54, right? Paying $54.95.
I think a PFF subscription is really expensive, actually.
Yeah, PFF subscription, but for all 22, where it's like $54.95.
Yep.
With promo code Rumboyz, we're giving you 40% off. Okay, all you gotta do, you go to all22.com when you're going through and you're checking out. You hit apply code right at the top right corner, and you're gonna punch in promo code Rumboyz on all 22. We're gonna be giving you guys 40% off. So in the spirit of our newest partner, okay.
Yeah, here it is. If you want the annual PFF, it's fucking $200. That's a lot of goddamn money.
Exactly. So we're really hooking you guys up here with all 22. Promo code Rumboyz, 40% off. Get out there, play some all 22. It's comprising literally offensive linemen, punters, kickers, you name it, every single position. But knowing that we are going to be drafting every position in in these fantasy football drafts, what is kind of your strategy and what have you guys been thinking about heading into draft season?
So being a degenerate like the rest of us on this screen, I'm going to try to take advantage of the people that don't pay attention to the trenches and positions like that in DBs, because the casual fan that is going to get into this that doesn't know that yet, you need to do your research, because the fans that are really into football and know that part of the game are going to go and take those players earlier than normal, because every position gets points and it's, weighted across the board, so everyone's almost equal. That's where I would hit right away, especially on the offensive line and the D line.
All right.
Similar to Mike, but I'm not looking for hitting the top guy, the big name guy at each position, especially in the trenches, because where you're going to win is you're going to win with consistency in those trenches. You're looking for those guys. You're not looking to necessarily win your league there. You're looking to make sure you're not losing there.
Yeah,
like getting a guy that's
you're not. What you're saying is you're not necessarily going for Quentin Nelson, but you're going for the guys that are a little bit lower.
Yeah,
and get
I'll take the number 5
center
over the number 1 center, and I'm going to apply that and then utilize that strength at other positions to make the most out of what I know.
Okay. Payne, I mean, you've already been getting involved in a couple of drafts, and getting familiar with the product. What have been kind of trends that you've been recognizing, and what have different things that you've been experimenting with? I mean, even going down into the kickers.
All my drafts are a little on hiatus at the moment. I'm in the league right now. I think we're going to start pretty soon. But something I was looking at is that as long as I know the scoring better, they say a lot of it comes down to the cap, right? The cost to the team plus the position. I want to really look. I mean, I think the O-line's a really good starting spot. A lot of guys don't know jack, right? I mean, when you even talk about free agency transitions or transactions, no one talked about O-line guys really moving unless they're like the top 3. Like Teron Armstead's a good example of someone that moved, but no one talks about Connor Williams, who also left the Cowboys and went to the Dolphins, right? So I would actually start looking at secondary, because here's the thing: you're going to usually find some decent linemen, but how many shutdown corners, top end safeties really are there, right? Like, I mean, who's better than AJ Terrell? Like 3 guys. There's a total of 3 guys at AJ Terrell tier, and after that, it's dead in the water. And you got to get 2 of these guys? No way, man.
Yeah.
As Pat said, you can find a top 5 O lineman or at certain spots, but you're not going to find shutdown corners all over the place. You're not going to find a top end safety. Tyrann Mathieu does not exist on heck of teams. So I'm going to go for secondary. If I can't get trenches, I'll get secondary. I want those guys. I want the guys that there's just very limited for. I can find me a top 32 receiver all day. Can't find me a top 5 corner or top 3, right? People would be with Trayon Diggs and shit, and I'm using H.A. Terrell. That kind of stuff. That's what I want.
No, I mean, and that's a very very valid point. I mean, like, I feel like in these drafts, what I'm gonna be kind of relying on is for people to overbuy on skill positions. I'm expecting the everyday fantasy football player to come in and not think about those make or break positions like O linemen and such. Raj.
So I mean, personally, like, I fully agree with the whole thing with the trenches. Get O linemen, get fucking punters, get kickers. Yo, Jack Fox, punter number 1 this year. Just know that Lions offense is gonna be absolute dog shit, and he's gonna be punting.
Smart play.
A fuckload. So Jack Fox, punter 1. But besides that, I think my strategy going into this is gonna be going with players who are consistently good or consistently average, even, because honestly, I don't think anyone knows how PFF grades work other than PFF themselves. Like, no one knows how those are calculated. And since that is such a large part of the scoring, I think you need to get someone who is consistently getting a 65, 70 PFF grade, not the guys who are going to be an 85, 91 week and then a 45.
You need
the next.
Trent Williams. You need
right?
you
need
Trent Williams.
Exactly. You need a Trent Williams. You need a guy. You need a Hunter Renfro who's going to put a 7-8 catches, 80 yards, and possibly a touchdown each week.
I
You need
actually
guys
like
like that.
take. It's really good.
You know what I mean? So I think that's a big thing with it is I'm not going to swing for the fences with a Dalvin Cook, a CMC, whatever, who are going to have 6, 7 amazing games, and the rest of the season is going to be fairly average. You know what I mean? I'm going to be going for those guys who are very consistent in their scoring.
You want to
And-
cut down on the bust rate.
On the,
Exactly.
Actually,
Yeah.
That's really a huge thing about it.
One
You want to know who has a very high score across the board most of the time, even when they're not just the most amazing?
Who?
Fucking running backs, dude.
I mean,
Right.
that is true.
People crapped on over, my boy Melvin Gordon, right, last year, and I was like, you guys know he's a PFF score like a 78, right? Like you guys are all dogging on him, but he's basically borderline elite at the position. And I was like, okay,
like
you guys
that's
have the advantage with PFF.
That's what I was about to say is our skill position guys are going to be not necessarily just with the ball in their hands. Who's a wide receiver that's really good in PFF grades? Alan Lazard.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
gross,
I mean,
man.
that's
Look at that.
damn.
He is
Green Bay
he is a
penis on you.
tremendous pass blocker.
Yeah, because the grade takes blocking
Grade
into
takes
account.
a lot of things into
Oh,
account.
Yep.
true.
That's
Like Heinz Ward
don't-
would have been a beast in this.
Heinz
So-
Ward would have been, bro.
So catches and
WR1, man.
those regular fantasy points, they help. But
I feel like film junkies. Hi, me. I feel like film junkies, like we're really going to just get off on this, like, because the things that the casual isn't looking at, that I'm watching receivers, coming off of blocks, I'm watching, the things that are going down in the trenches. We film guys, scouts, like we're always looking at hand placement, and seeing where those pancakes are coming in, or how they're getting off the tackle and get into the quarterback. You got to take into account now shoving, someone pushing a lineman. You don't want a guy that's constantly getting pushed back. Jensen from Tampa is going to be a great pickup.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. See, I think,
oh my gosh,
I think
that
with
dude just lays
linemen,
pancakes everywhere.
oh yeah, linemen though, it's gonna be really hard for most fans because most people don't watch trench film. Like I know specifically last
Just
year there was a
Matty
game
and
against
shit.
the Browns.
Maddie is going
No,
to be.
oh,
is
Maddie's
going to
gonna
be
kill
the,
it.
Yeah, that is
Maddie's
going
gonna
to be
kill
a
it.
scary
But, like,
opponent.
But yeah,
should we
but
argue
you
with
cannot
PFF
look.
about their grades?
Let's do it. No,
You're
no, but
wrong.
you can't look at box score because there was a game against the Browns last year where Dan Moore let up half a sack against Myles Garrett, but because of pass rush win rate and whatever other stats go into a PFF grade, he had a PFF grade of 30. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. And he held like a top 3 edge rusher in the league to half a sack. So when you look at the box score and it's like, oh, he fucking killed Myles Garrett, he really didn't, according to their grade. So there's shit like that you have to look into when thinking about all 22 as well.
Pause for a sec. I actually really like the way you're talking about the scoring for that. So how we were talking about certain positions just kind of have that flat line. Let's play a fun game. All right. So
Mhm.
I'll give you guys number 1 at corner. Jalen Ramsey is number 1. Where does Xavier Howard fall in PFF?
I want to say he's fairly low.
I
Same
wanna
thing
say,
with like a Trevon
I want to
Diggs.
say I want to say like he should be like maybe in the top 5-ish because of his
I'm gonna say
deflection
I'm
deflection
gonna say
rate.
he's 20 to 25.
I was gonna say in that 20 to 30 range.
24.
Yeah. There you go.
24. Right?
And where
These
does
big names
Diggs
guys,
rank?
As much as I love my boy Xavier Howard and all that shit, he doesn't great because he plays all or nothing football, right? You have to watch tape to kind of know what he does. He doesn't just play lockdown. He tries to bait. It fucks him a lot. But
So I'm curious, what about a guy like Trevon Diggs? Like where's he at?
Diggs, funny enough, I think he's a little higher. Oh,
Is he?
actually, I don't think he shows up on the page.
Really quick for everyone out there, for the people out there that are into film and you guys want to kind of get an edge in breaking down the
Diggs is number
trenches
80.
or understanding maybe different things about the positions that you didn't realize. If you've got a Facebook page, check out Brandon Thorne Football Scouting and Evaluation. All right. Homie has 11K likes. He's a good friend of mine. Sends me film all the time on players. You guys can check it out. He posts a lot of stuff Really breaks down trench warfare really, really well. So nice little free film for you guys. He posts clips like almost daily, like kind of. So yeah. Oh, we were breaking down Trayvon Diggs. I'm sorry.
Yep, PFF grade.
Oh, yeah.
He's at the bottom 80th of the. He's a top 80.
Yep.
So a top 80 cornerback in the league off PFF.
See, but he was cornerback number 2 in IDP last year.
See,
So-
what I was going to say is it seems
You
like
know what
a
I
lot
mean?
of the players that are in the top 5 to 10 of IDP are lower, and then lower guys because they don't get thrown at like Jalen Ramsey are higher.
Jalen Ramsey's number
Oh
1.
yeah. No,
that's what I'm
absolutely.
saying.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's high on PFF, but in regular IDP, you don't want Jalen Ramsey.
No.
Same thing with
No,
guy
but then
like
I would guess a guy like Foye Lucan, he's a number 2 linebacker in IDP, and he
I
ranked
would
fairly
also
high
argue
in PFF as well.
PFF's IDP scoring is just really unfair for type of guys
IDP?
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
No, IDP scoring is definitely unfair for box safeties, linebackers, stuff like that, or like Mike
All
linebackers and shit like
cornerbacks.
that. All cornerbacks. I mean, no, but that's my thing is a lockdown corner like Ramsey. Where did he rank last year?
But yeah, he's number 1 in PFF.
Like
You know,
Jalen
another
Ramsey
one I
was
really liked
corner
coming
number
to this
3,
league was
right? So I mean, he
Chidobe
wasn't bad.
Awuzie, you know, a guy that's number 14, right? Like it's really interesting if you know football and you're like, these guys are good corners, and then you are good players, and then PFF shows it on paper. Like this is actually good. You're like, okay, I don't feel dumb, right? Like I don't feel dumb for thinking that Marshawn Lattimore is good because he doesn't have INTs. I don't feel dumb for thinking Denzel Ward is good for not having INTs, that kind of stuff. So I think that's an upside. It lets you learn more about the game. When you have to have those arguments, which we did all last season, how Trayvon Diggs was a Pro Bowler for some fucking reason.
Thoughts on Peyton Manning being in a
Oh my
Dixon
God.
Snyder
Fuck.
commercial? What?
Read that back. Read that brand back one more time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Mixed martial alien. Okay. Different screen name. Stacks app. Make sure y'all download the Stacks app. Stacksapp.io. Make content very seamlessly with all your favorite fantasy football analysts, sports analysts, athletes, and much more. But yeah, kind of going back to the topic. For me, I'm my strategy is banking on the casual. If I'm going up, I mean we're going to be doing a league together, and we're going to be inviting a few of you guys that are in the chat to be able to compete in that league with us as well. Once you guys sign up utilizing promo code Rumboyz, all 22, 40% off. But yeah, I'm going to be banking on against you guys. I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot that I can do. But say a fucking prayer.
It's gonna get heated.
Yeah, it's gonna get heated. The trash talk is gonna be great. But yeah, it's a great product. Everyone in the chat should go download it. Shout out to all the guys over at All 22. Shout out everyone over at PFF. And thank you to All 22 and PFF for extending the handout to the Rumboyz to be able to assist in promoting this and marketing it, and being able to kind of steer the ship. And thank you guys here on the panel for helping promote it, talk about it, and be excited about it. Hell yeah. Justin is correct. 17 likes. Like it up. Make sure that you guys are sharing this content on all your social media, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you got. Go ahead, go for it. I don't care if you gotta, reactivate your damn MySpace and tell people to come. Post this shit on your Tinder, your OnlyFans, yeah. PFF grade,
Yeah,
80th CV. Oh wow.
Shut up, Mike.
We are going to get into halftime. I think this is a good halftime point. We got some very interesting topics here on the other half of a show. A wide receiver, like Mary fuck kill start bench cut situation is going to be going down here on the other side of the show. The NFL is like the Oprah show right now. You get a new stadium. We're going to be talking new stadiums and some more. Some more NFC East talk. And maybe we'll throw in some other topics as well. We'll let the panels kind of go crazy because we're making really good time. But other than that, we are going to get into a music video and also a word from our sponsors. See you on the other side. Dilly dilly. Actually, I gotta like fucking pick a song first. Bow.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife... Monkey knife fight, 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 monkey knife fight. Yeah. Now, yo, check it. Now you want to chill with the Rumboyz. We make a lot of noise. It's kind of like my fucking weed boy. We break it down NFL and fantasy. Now you see, I want to know your fantasy. When it comes to me, fitness analytics, they already know that it's no gimmicks. This shit wasn't written. It's a freestyle, and we came to get down and get wild. Now get down. All right.
Wake. Oh.
I'm fucking hilarious. Who let me have a podcast? I did. Yeah, YouTube.
Anyone can do this shit.
Right? So
But we better.
I was clearly like this next topic. Really quick, shout out our sponsors, All 22, Stacks app, Monkey Knife Fight. We back in the show. It's Rumboyz After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all share the stream. What we at? Like 18 likes, 19 likes, something like that. Y'all keep doing your thing. YouTube, promote my motherfucking shit on the homepage. I was obviously stoned when I came up with this next topic. I don't know what Mike is doing right now. Mike and Pang are like backstage, like doing something. I don't know. Start, bench, cut, or I guess a very F kill type of situation. DK Metcalf, who we talked about earlier. Amari Cooper, who finds himself in Cleveland. And then Jalen Waddle, who we don't know. We have a feeling he's going to end up being 2. The assumption is that he's going to be the 2 to Hill, but we don't know. Like, we don't know until a couple snaps into the season. Mike, we start off with you, bro.
So keep, trade, cut. To me, this is
start
absolutely
bench, start bench cut.
Start bench cut. Okay. Yeah. To me, this is easy. To me, that's start bench cut. Okay. I'm starting Jalen Waddle. Period. I've been a Waddle fan for day one. I'm going Waddle.
Wow.
I am benching. For some reason when I read it trade cut, not bench cut. I am benching. I'm benching Amari Cooper and I'm cutting DK Metcalf for the reasons we said before.
Okay.
You fuck.
Okay.
Fucking took my. I was supposed to go first on that one. That was my fucking take. God damn it.
I mean,
Fuck you, bro.
Hey, Pat, what do you got? What do you got? Mine's gonna be different, so
Yeah, mine's
probably gonna pick 3 receivers that weren't even on the list.
No.
I will say, if it was keep, trade, cut, it would have been different.
Well, how?
I would have cut Amari because DK would have had more trade value.
Okay, Pat.
Yep. I want to start Amari Cooper.
Okay.
I think he brings quite a bit of value, and if Deshaun Watson plays 13 games, I think he absolutely returns the most value out of all 3 of those players. I'm going to bench DK Metcalf because, as we said, there's a possibility that he becomes a cancer within the Seattle locker room, and just an issue just waiting to happen right there. And then I'm going to shout out a really old meme of the Duck song. Got any grapes? And the guy at the lemonade stand said, nope. And he waddled away. Waddle. And he waddled away. Waddle. Cut him. Cut that waddle. Cut that waddle out.
Waddle. Okay. Pang, unmute yourself and tell us what you got, bro.
I know. So I'm starting DK. Starting him fucking all day.
He's
I'm a fucking lineup.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
One catch,
I
80
like my man
yards.
big as fuck. So that's what he's gonna be. 6'4", fucking all around alpha guy.
Thanks for describing me, dude.
I'm gonna end up benching Waddle. I feel like he has usability all over the field. If I have to put him in, it'd be great. Slot guy, right? Cutting Amari Cooper. I've never been a Cooper guy. I've turned my mind on him a little bit, and every time I even think about it, he's like, I'm gonna be injured all year. All right, cool. Thanks, Cooper. And yeah, DK Metcalf came into the freaking school. Came into the NFL with all these injury issues. He hasn't missed much. Cooper misses every year, every fucking year. I can't keep him. No way in hell. So starting my buddy DK Metcalf, my cummy brother, as I like to call him. He drinks coffee and
What?
gummy bears. My cummy brother, and then Jalen Waddle, and then
No. No comment.
I'm gonna get sick of that.
Jalen Waddle gets benched and you cut
He's my
Amari
cummy
Cooper.
brother,
Okay.
dude. He's coffee and gummy bears, and that's where it's
Oh
at.
my gosh.
Amari
Raj,
Cooper doesn't miss games.
Raj.
Fuck. So, like I mentioned just a couple of seconds ago, I agree with Mike. I'm starting Waddle, benching Cooper, cutting DK. Because as much as I was low key shitting on Tua earlier, I really, and I did mention this, I really do hope he improves. I really do hope. Yeah, I really do hope he improves. Fucking brain fart. Shit, man. He's a young quarterback. People have been shitting on him for 3 years. I mean, ever since he came out of college, people have been shitting on him. So I really want to see him take that step this year, and I want to see Jalen Waddle be the WR1 in Miami. So, and fucking Jordan convinced me, bro. We had a talk the other day. I was like, yo, Jalen Waddle, he's not going to be doing shit this year. I mean, Tyreek Hill is there. It's Tyreek Hill. And then we were like, and he kind of he swayed me. I was like, you know what? It kind of makes sense. You know, fucking 110 catches last year, rookie record. Just like run it up, man. I mean, I'm all in on this motherfucker Jalen Waddle, the little penguin dance that he does and shit like that. I'm all in on that.
Dance. That's my logo right now in all 22. It's the fucking Waddle.
Hey, there you go.
The fucking penguin on his head. Penguin on his
And then fucking Amari Cooper.
Pat was about to call me out though. He's right. I was a little bit wrong. He doesn't miss that many games, but he might as well because the motherfucker's always injured going into a season. It's always like something, and he didn't perform well because he's injured.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
I'm taking a Amari Cooper on my bench just because I mean it's Deshaun Watson. It's a much better QB situation than either Tua or fucking Geno Smith or Drew Lock or whoever's gonna be starting in Seattle. And then I'm cutting DK because shit, we don't even know if he's gonna be in Seattle come regular season 2022. So, it's a question mark.
A new destination though could also.
A new destination could help him, but as of right now, he's a Seattle Seahawk, and I do not like DK Metcalf as a Seattle Seahawk.
Okay.
So,
okay.
There you go.
Okay. I am going to.
Fucking start Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to say. I am going to start Amari Cooper.
Damn it.
Of course he is.
I know I hate Amari Cooper usually. So like, but
I know that's why I'm like, of course, on this one you would.
But here's the thing. Even if it is a pissed off, disappointed Baker that's starting the season for them,
that's still better than Drew Lock.
I mean, it could be Jacoby Brissett though.
No.
Baker with a bad shoulder is still better than
Baker's not playing another game for the Browns, bro. Let's be real.
A pissed off. If they look, I could see Baker being like, let me go prove my value for like another team really quick, like. Boom, 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 wham, bam, thank you, man. Like, all right, y'all are gonna start. Well, I could see Baker going out and also like just pissing off like the Browns too, like just with going out there, maybe getting a couple of wins before going to a new team and then going at a new team and like being super successful. So no matter what, whether it's Watson, Watson, I feel like it's the best QB situation out of all of these. No matter who it is, I'm gonna start Cooper. And he's a great route runner. And he's gonna be the number one in Cleveland, like Believeland. So it's just a thing. I'm going to bench Jalen Waddle because if he does end up being the wide receiver one, now I just got two. So I got, I could then slide him up into, my flex or, wide receiver 2, 3, whatever, the case, boom. Like if I got Cooper and Waddle, like two guys that'll be ones, I'm with the shits. DK Metcalf, I'm benching DK Metcalf like for all the reasons that we talked about earlier. A new destination could be great, but I'm not trying to find out. I want to when I build rosters, I want to minimize as much risk as possible. I'm not one of those guys that's like, let's take this, like, let's go get Saquon Barkley, who's always fucking breaking down more than a Ford, No offense to anyone that drives a Ford.
Down road dead.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fix or repair daily. That's exactly who he is. So, I mean, no, I'm not one of those types of fantasy players. yeah, I'm not taking that chance. The other two have set situations for a good, 18 weeks. So yeah, I'm with the shits. Yeah. Yeah. You like that. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Rumboyz After Dark, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Commanders. What's crazy about this topic? I found out about this topic through fucking TikTok. Who says that shit's not resourceful? Follow us, Rumboyz Fantasy Network. The Washington Commanders have revealed plans for a brand new stadium that would locate them in Woodbridge, Virginia, actually, where I'm from, where I used to live. So Nova. Obviously, anything is better than injury filled at this point. But does this at this point is this like you get a new stadium, like you all get new stadiums. And I understand the excuse for the Rams. It's like, well, they left St. Louis, like, I understand that, but then the Chargers, and just it seems like everyone is getting a new stadium. The Bills want to get a new stadium, and the taxpayers are willingly like, yeah, like we'll do it, even with the new guy, even with the high gas prices. So like, is this going to now kind of make it harder to have like Super Bowl cities? I mean, I thought the theory was for Super Bowls always be in warm places. Like, what are our thoughts around this, Raj?
I mean, shit. As for Super Bowl cities, I mean, I think anyone who has the shiny new toy is gonna be automatically jumped up to be a Super Bowl city. I mean, we already saw it happen. Allegiant, SoFi, all these. I mean, fucking WrestleMania is at SoFi next year. You know what I mean? So anyone who has this brand new, fancy, high tech, whatever the fuck stadium is gonna be automatically a Super Bowl team. It could be in fucking Salt Lake City. It could be in fucking I don't even know, dog. Like at the smallest little fucking hit town. Toss like a couple $1 billion into a stadium there. Boom. It's a hot spot. It's a Super Bowl city. So I don't care what city it's in. If it's a nice, new, big, expensive fucking stadium. True. Fuck the Jazz. Fuck Rudy Gobert. I don't like your French ass.
Fuck everything about Utah. Go ahead, continue.
but like I said, it doesn't matter if it's in fucking the tiniest little hick town, like fucking a little airport, a strip mall, and a motel. If there's $1 billion stadium there, it's a Super Bowl city. I don't give a fuck. So, true. And I mean, we've seen it time and time again. These cities with historic stadiums, Heinz Field, Lambeau, Soldier Field, they're not Super Bowl cities and they're not Super Bowl stadiums. So it's whoever has the newest, biggest, most expensive stadium.
Well, the requirements you have to have. So you have to have be able to fit 72,000 or more people. You have to have massive parking. Like I can't remember.
I have the list up.
You have it? What are the requirements?
So
like eligible stadium?
Starting off 70,000 seats.
Yep.
They have to have space for the entire game day experience. Host city must have the NFL experience, which is 850,000 square feet, like indoor, outdoor venue.
Yep.
Infrastructure around the stadium. So parking, security, electrical needs, media needs, communication needs, and transportation needs. So it has to have a major airport.
Airport, Amway, rail, yeah.
Hotel spaces within 1 hour's drive has to equal 35% of the stadium's capacity.
Yep.
Practice space equal and comparable quality for both teams. Again, 70,000 seats, and then a dome or 50-degree plus weather averaged or regularly
in February. That's the main reason places like Pitt and Green Bay won't have one. Besides Green Bay not having a town, but
Green Bay has no infrastructure for it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
so. Like basically, you have to have a dome.
Yep, or be a southern stadium.
Yeah,
Florida,
Louisiana. California. Yeah.
Yep. So even like an article I was reading before this, back in like before Super Bowl, like 44, 45, 75%.
Let's get to 20 likes, guys.
75% of Super Bowls at that point had been in Florida, Texas, LA.
Yes, correct.
And it's likely going to continue to be that way, regardless of these new stadiums, including for Chicago's also building a new one.
This one also has an amphitheater. This one has an amphitheater attached to it. The one that's getting built in Washington, FedEx Field or whatever they're gonna fucking call it. I guarantee it's not gonna be called FedEx Field, but like they're building a freaking music like amphitheater, like concert hall attached to the motherfucking stadium. You're clearly trying to become the new Super Bowl city, and like even the proposed plans that we've heard about coming from Buffalo about what they're even thinking about, like it's just like I can't help but to believe that we are going to kind of get back in this high class ritzy type of manner with these mega stadiums, but still get back to that classic historic of no, even a cold city can still have one, and and we're gonna start, and the NFL's gonna make it a tour. They're gonna make it a tour.
Buffalo Bills though aren't building a dome. They're not gonna host with 10-degree weather in Buffalo.
No, but I thought they did want a dome though. I thought that was the whole point of building the stadium.
They're not doing a dome.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one's cool. The stadium's exterior will be able to change colors, a translucent roof that would allow both natural light and climate control, and eco-friendly heavy timber construction process.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if that becomes a standard, then the weather regulations don't matter, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Robbie's point is.
Yeah.
So dude, I think that everyone is gonna get it. Every city, I think at some point is going to get. Didn't Detroit have one a couple of years ago?
Minnesota and Detroit.
Ford Field is a dome.
Ford Field is a dome. Yeah.
See,
and I mean but it checks all the other boxes. It has a major airport.
And no offense, but who the fuck wants to go to Detroit? But like they sold out.
Fuck you.
I don't think Detroit would be able to host it anymore due to, I think it's seating. I don't think they need the new cutoff for seating. But Ford Field also at this point is now almost 20 years old. Correct.
Payne, what are your thoughts, bro?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think Pat just had all that info, and it's creative. He knows it, right? So at the end of the day, I mean, can every place get it? You're right. If they all do the bare minimum, because that's how that shit works, right? When that's the bare minimum to get things going. That's very possible. But I do think it matters because some fucking cities just suck, dude. Like I worked in one of the Super Bowl cities. I worked SF a couple years ago when it was the Broncos and Panthers. Very whatever. It was kind of cool. Hosted events at our building, but then I could see other, and that's SF, and it was kind of just pretty decent. But I don't know if it's gonna work the same way. Like if you did say some fucking Midwestern state, right? I like the Midwest, but I'll tell you right now, have it back in St. Louis is a good thing.
He's headed back to St. Louis, and a good thing.
It's not a good fucking thing, right? Like who's really flying to St. Louis, especially if the game isn't anything special, right? Like let's say you get a very mediocre small
Atlanta, Houston, like those are party cities, bro. Like they host NBA All-Star games, like and shit. Like
imagine if like two low fucking small teams win and they go to the fucking Super Bowl, and then now it's in a city like Detroit. You think people are gonna fly to see like two teams somehow make it? So,
well, the NFL is rigged.
I mean, the Super Bowl ever two whatever teams.
There's a narrative. The NFL is going to make sure it happens.
But you said
this.
I mean,
Tom Brady
was there a narrative last year that like I think it was less likely if Bengals and some other, I forgot what other team it was, but like two teams were to be the finals, it was going to be automatically the tickets were going to be cheaper just because it wouldn't be as hyped, right? Like that's going to happen. And I would even point just to the Broncos Panthers one. That was not a hype ass Super Bowl at all, right? Short of Cam Newton having his MVP year, like it was two defensive teams. Like no one was stoked about that shit. And so I don't know. I do feel like that's kind of a toss up, and it's got to be. I mean, it was another Broncos Seattle. No one was like that hyped about either. So if these small teams end up going in there, it could be a problem, especially if you have like a bad city that year.
Yeah, I mean, you're creating tourism. You're creating more jobs. I mean, with these stadiums getting built. I mean, I'm all for it. But to some of the points that you guys said, like I don't want to go to a shitty city. Like for my first, like DC wouldn't be bad for them to have one. Like I would go to one in DC. Like I always the location the exact location that they are building this stadium is literally every time when I would create a team that I would create them in Woodbridge. And like I would fucking build my stadium and everything. Like, so like I just also find this like super dope, you know, because it's like, wow, like you completely like Washington just completely mad in it. And then Dan Schneider's about to be on his way out. Fuck yeah. Like, you know, let's go. You know, I'm with it. We're turning a new leaf, you know. At least something good is happening in DC. Look, they're like, you know what, we need to get the fuck away from the nation cap. We need to go down 95 more. Maybe we'll play better.
A question I have about that, Robbie. This is for you since you're from there. This has nothing to do with the topic at hand. I was listening to PTI, and both Wilbon and Kornheiser, are from there.
Yep, my guy.
Kornheiser is fuming because he said moving it to Woodbridge on the 95 is going to take 3 hours to get there.
Yep.
And 6 hours to get home.
Yep.
Okay,
but it's
I just wanted to make sure.
But it's the same thing that it already is. That's 95.
And that's what Wilbon said. Wilbon said the team already practices in Virginia. What's the freaking difference? Isn't their practice facility already in the state of Virginia?
Yeah, it's in Ashburn, but the new practice facility is going to be next door to the stadium.
Next door, yeah.
Yeah. Every team is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I have one question. I have one question I'd like to see how the panel feels about this. What would you guys think about Super Bowl being hosted at Wembley? Would you
sales are not
flying?
No, it's out.
People got to pay that many.
I'm not flying overseas, bro. Not for the Super Bowl.
It doesn't meet the weather,
bro. No, period. Just point blank. Period. Like whether they did it in like I'm not flying overseas. No, you need it. That's
where I want to have that conversation.
Because you think about a Super Bowl ticket. Think about a Super Bowl ticket. Then think about it over the price of an overseas flight, especially right now. Like, no.
A counterpoint to Pat's, and this geared a little bit towards you, Raj. I could see them holding one in Toronto before they went overseas, because then you test it internationally. Still, it's still North America.
Yeah,
and you have Drake perform, and you have Drake perform the halftime show.
Drake and Bieber. You have Drake and
Bieber.
Drake and
weekend.
You have Drake Bieber again. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing with Toronto, it's 4 hours from the Windsor-Detroit border crossing. It's 2.5 hours from the Niagara Falls Buffalo crossing, or Niagara Falls border crossing. So and it's the biggest city in Canada. So if anywhere is gonna have the Super Bowl, or anyone's gonna hold the Super Bowl, it would be Toronto. And stadium wise, Air Canada Center, Rogers Center, whatever.
Yeah.
But those and y'all never been to Toronto, I assume. I don't think any of y'all have.
No, not yet.
Those two stadiums are literally, it's Air Canada Center, Rogers Center, CN Tower, Ripley's Aquarium. It's the hub of downtown.
Well,
they're right next to the CN Tower.
Doesn't the baseball stadium have a Marriott that overlooks center field?
They do. Yeah. No, they have a Marriott, and there's a condo building. I told you all about that. That condo that my family owns. It overlooks both the stadiums and the CN Tower. So everything is there. The biggest fucking train station in Canada is there. It's all a thing. So I could see it happening.
I will Super Bowl and get fucked up in Toronto. I'm with the shit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I'm
fucking down.
I would.
As long as it's not an 80-yard field in Winnipeg, we're good.
Fucking Winnipeg.
God damn it.
Fuck Winnipeg, bro. Winnipeg is so useless. Fucking, they don't even deserve to.
The reality that happened. We did an international preseason game. We had 80 fucking yard field.
That's fucking stupid.
What was the thing? When was that?
Raiders, Packers.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Oh fuck! Yeah. I didn't know that.
Do it at Toronto Island, says Tree.
That blue.
Toronto Island, bro. Literally there's
all the
literally an
Labatt
airport. There's an
sponsorship.
airport there. There's nothing else on Toronto
Fuck
Island. What are you
fuck
talking about?
Budweiser Miller Lite commercials. You
Hey,
get
no,
Labatt Blue all
Labatt and
day.
Molson. Don't do that. It's Labatt and Molson only.
Every other
Bunch
commercial.
of penguins just sliding down shit.
Hey, every other fucking commercial is just fucking like poutine, like being pulled
Maple
apart.
syrup everywhere.
Like, just maple.
What,
People are playing it.
You get a Pepsi commercial and you get like you get some sexy lady on there and she's pouring maple syrup on herself and then it's just like Pepsi.
OnlyFans.
Oh, my OnlyFans commercial.
Yeah, syrup,
Oh,
maple syrup OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh, yo, there's now you just gave the chat such a new kink that they're all gonna search. Alrighty,
Hashtag Canadian sex acts.
So from beginning this really quick. So cheers to me, cheers to you all, the rum boys and girls. What to do, dilly, you know.
Damn you, Pat.
So from beginning this show with one player saying some dumb shit that is like, yo, who's paying you to say this? Well, we know that this man, nobody has to pay him to say dumb shit. He just does it. This person should have a freaking publicist, okay, that speaks for him. But we know how old and senile this fucker that I'm about to talk about is. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Jones has stated that
Best franchise of all time.
America's team, America's fucking ass stain of a team, worst fan base ever. Jerry Jones has stated that CeeDee Lamb is an upgrade over Amari Cooper in Dallas. But does that translate into wins for this team? Or are they taking a step back realistically? We start with Mike.
No.
Wait,
So-
no. Did we start with Raj? No, we start with Raj, I think. We start with Raj. Yeah, we start with Raj. Yeah.
It doesn't
All right.
matter. Go, Raj.
Whatever. I don't care. Fuck no. No, it's the Cowgirls. No matter how good of a fucking roster they have, they're gonna find a way to fuck it up because it's no longer the 80s and 90s. I mean, it's happened. Fucking hell. It's fucking Jerry Jones. The Cowboys at this point are just Jerry Jones' pipe dream. Like the fucking whatever. Like what is it? What do they call it? Jerry World or whatever. Like it's literally just him having too much fucking money and spending it on whatever the fuck he wants. He does not give a shit about-
America.
What player was it that he was thinking about in the shower? He's like, yeah, I think about him in the shower.
No.
Wasn't it Tony Romo or some shit like that? He was like, yeah,
I would
find
not
out.
be surprised.
He said, I was
this
thinking
motherfucker,
about.
bro, this guy has like he just does not give a shit. He doesn't care about football. This guy is a billionaire many times over. He got into a fender bender, got out of his car and started limping. Like this motherfucker is he's just a piece of shit all around.
Yes.
Fuck him, fuck his team, fuck everything about not everything about Dallas, but like
He
I
thought
love
of
the Mavs.
Des. He thought of Des Bryant in the shower.
But
Dude,
T,
what the
yeah, it
fuck?
was Des Bryant. Yeah, it was Des Bryant. Yeah, he thought of Des Bryant in the shower.
Fucking weird, yeah.
Fuck, dude, he's a weird dude. He's like, yeah, I had Mike McCarthy sleep over at my house. Like what?
Fucking weirdo, bro. God,
Yeah, bro. Listen, Jerry.
That's weird.
This is
No
the
way, dude.
here's the thing. This is the first dumb thing that he said all off season, and it's May. So this is the start. This is when the ball starts fucking rolling, and like Cowboys fans start crawling out the sewer sheet. This is our year. This is our year. Fuck the Cowgirls.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck the Cowgirls. I haven't gotten to shit on the Cowgirls on air in a hot minute. Ping.
All right, so CeeDee Lamb is cool. I like him. I think he's good. I think he's great. I think last year was probably one of the weirdest years you're probably gonna get from him, just because that's roster offensively looked like they were playing hurt. Right, Dak was coming off his injury, all that fun jazz. So could it get more wins? Sure, maybe, because Amari Cooper wasn't doing it last year. If Dak gets off his rehab, I could see them getting a little bit more wins off of it. Am I stoked about it? No, I don't really give a shit. He's being overly drafted right now.
Ooh, CD.
And I don't know why Michael Gallup is still like on this roster at this point. I've just not been for him, and he's still there. And people are going to hype him. That's the guy I'm more concerned about. People hyping up every year is Michael Gallup, because if he comes in and just vanishes again, he gets hurt again. So, and then you throw James Washington. I'm just surprised they didn't draft a wide receiver or pay for a bigger one. That was the only surprising move for me this year. Could it? Their division's whatever. Will it? Probably not. Zeke is definitely on the back burner at the moment, and we'll see where it goes. I'm still drafting Zeke because he's going so late, but who fucking knows? It's the Cowboys, right? Like whether they win or not, we just know they're going to lose out at playoffs.
When he said that dumb shit today, I had every inclination to immediately like in my predictions to drop Dallas to the basement. Like I was like,
They were already there. You're fucking Washington.
no, the Giants are already there, bro. Come on, man. Like, all right, yo, we'll talk about the Giants in a second. Fucking, Steve Smith's their new wide receiver coach.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, honestly.
I'm fucking stoked.
Dude, that's
Love
so
Steve
sick.
Smith.
So sick.
Hey, and then he goes
reactivated his Twitter and everything.
Yeah, and then he goes, he's like Schefter, Rapport, yeah, I gotta report it. The news is already here. I'm leaking it myself, bro. Such a badass. But I'm sorry, Ping. I did not mean to interrupt you like that. That was rude of me. I apologize.
Oh no, you're right. That was it. I'm done.
Okay. Pat.
So he could be right that CD is better than Amari Cooper as the one. But to say that your team is better off without Amari Cooper is a bold-faced lie and laughable at best. You're going to tell me that going from Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and a combination of Cedric Wilson and Michael Gallup as your 3 last year to CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, James Washington is a better move for your team? I don't smoke, but I want whatever the fuck Jerry's on.
I got some. Wait, no,
Like
Jerry
it's got to be gas
Jerry
station. It's got to be gas station peanuts pills or something.
It's
Like you're just straight up snorting it in that office. Taco from the league must have came by and be like, "Hey, dude, to Cowboys.com again. You're gonna pay me for something, and I'll give you some whatever I've got."
Jerry's
the taco of the owners.
I mean, think about
somehow is rich and beyond compare, but
like they
is
paid
dumber than a box of
5
marbles.
years. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why do they pay the guy that hasn't finished the season?
And what other owner talks shit about or talks up a team like that? Like that's bullshit. It's garbage. Shut up. Sign checks. Bye.
Bro, that be like every other owner, Jerry. Well, not necessarily because some
don't be like the Forest.
Don't be Dan Schneider.
Yeah, don't be like Dan. Don't be like Dan Snyder. Don't pull a Robert Kraft. Like,
please. I mean, if any other owner in the NFL were to pull a Robert Kraft, it would be Jerry Jones.
Yes,
it would be.
Sorry,
it would be Jerry. I'm pretty sure Jerry has already done it before.
Make sure to rub it in.
Mike, what you got, bro? What you got?
So I pretty much agree with everyone. I'm making light of it. We should have seen this coming 40 years ago. This is the only owner that would come in and the ball's big enough to fire freaking Tom Landry. He made a joke of the team then. He freaking makes joke of the team every single time he opens his freaking mouth. And what's new? He did it again. I mean, do I think CeeDee Lamb is better than Amari? I do. But do I think it makes the team better? No.
Is it bad that I think like CeeDee Lamb is going to end up like a pseudo Juju where like he thrived as the number 2 and he's not going to be a number 1?
And he's not going to be a 1.
That's
a great take.
That's a great point.
I love that take.
Like, and obviously not saying that Amari Cooper was as good as AB, but like kind of in the same realm. You know
but
I mean?
I get where you're going. I know I get where you're going though, because Lamb benefited off of Cooper's route running, and that's what made Dallas so dangerous through the air. Eagles shifted all the right gears this offseason. Washington has enough to stay afloat either in 2 or 3. Like I'm now that Raj just said that.
Put it on the show sheet.
Dallas be? I think Dallas could be 3. I think Dallas could be 3. Now that Raj just said that, yeah. CD is the next Marty B. Martavius Bryant. Oh shit.
I mean, low key though.
No way. I won't go that far.
That's not. Yeah.
How do you always find a way? I mean, that's not even close.
But shit,
CD is off the weed, bro. He doesn't. He's chilling.
Me and my fucking gambling problem. Celtics are fucked. God damn it. Wait, what's the score in that one? Hold on.
105 to
I
99.
got bare
105-99.
text that
Oh my gosh.
I was told that Jalen Brown sold something or another. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what it was, but
It was a
Oh.
foul that Lowry fouled out on.
oh shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. Fellas, let's see. We'll start with we'll start with Raj and work our way back up to the top. Go ahead.
Shoot me a follow on Twitter at FFB Rush. Catch me here every single Friday on Rumboyz After Dark, and then eventually every Sunday again. When we're doing,
Cowboys Leafs first round exit.
okay. Fuck the Leafs. Terrible ass hockey team.
Continue.
But yeah, no, like I said, fucking, oh yeah, follow me on Twitter. Tune in on Sundays for Rum Zone. That's about it. I'm fucking ready for football, man.
Hell yeah. Pang.
Hey guys, you gotta catch me at Pangs Picks FF on Twitter. You catch me on Fantasy Six Pack, writing my articles and tweeting out junk, and then I'm gonna hopefully make my hundreds and hundreds of best ball teams. Catch my articles there, and if you have questions, just ping me for it. So that's it.
Ping, ping.
Pang. Sorry. That joint got me. Pat.
You can find me at St. Patrick FF on Twitter, and on the Rumboyz whenever we're live, alongside Drop the Mic, Robbie, and Raj, and Peng whenever he's available. I'm ready for the NFL season. I'm just ready to. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to watch games that I don't already know the outcome of. Like I'm ready to start watching people play Madden because I just need to see something that I don't know the result of.
Speaking of Madden and Madden franchise mode, all 22 promo code Rumboyz get 40% off whenever you go make your all 22 account today.
I'm going to remind people, LeBron James is pretty great. Go watch some highlights of him because you've been used to his career at the age of like 37. Like remember how great he actually was.
No,
can I take him off?
LeBron sold this season. No, fuck that. I'm still pissed off at LeBron.
You can be pissed off, but just don't forget how good he has been.
I know how great he has been. He won a championship for my Lakers. I'm so happy that the Celtics are going to be in the fucking finals.
There's still game 7. It's still going to game 7.
They had to get to game
7. Yeah. No, they should have not have got, because now whatever Eastern Conference team has now no rest going up against the Warriors, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna fucking blow. Like, you're not having as much rest as the Warriors. Yeah. Oh god, the Celtics sold so hard, so hard. Drop the mic.
All right, you can find me at Drop the Mic FF like always. You can find me here, just like Pat said, all the time during the season and all that good stuff. You can find me at Going for Two. But the other thing I want to say is I don't care about basketball right now. I do want football to get here. But the one thing that I can't wait to see is the freaking Edmonton Oilers versus the Colorado Avalanche. That series is going to be on fire.
Yes. Hey, shout out the Oilers, though. Like, yes. Like, I love you so much for freaking.
Oh, yeah, Avs won today.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Avs are going to.
Hate the Avs.
Yo, it's Avs against Edmonton, and then Tampa versus whoever wins the other series.
Hey, Avs, please win that shit because for real, like
I don't want to see Tampa go back to back.
I just want to party because I live here in Colorado, bro. I just want to drive down to Denver and fucking go crazy. Hey, like I'm not an Avs fan, but you know what? I like free beer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. Download the Stacks app, stacks.io, available on iOS and Android. monkeyknifefight.com, promo code Rumboyz for all of your daily fantasy player prop needs, no matter what the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, get on over to monkeyknifefight.com for all your daily fantasy prop needs, daily fantasy player prop needs. Utilize promo code Rumboyz to get matched on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. And also, all 22. Promo code Rumboyz, 40% off at checkout. It's exactly what it sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, Madden franchise mode. You're drafting. It's your fantasy football meets PFF scoring and grading, drafting linemen as well, punters, kickers, the whole freaking 9 yards, corners, DB, like linebackers, like you name it. Like it's the greatest fucking thing ever. Fantasy is meeting reality. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're the Rumboyz. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly dilly, y'all.